Just about set for nighttime baseball from the gateway to the west, St. Louis, Missouri, and Busch Stadium. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals look to match the longest winning streak in baseball history. Coming up next. Carlos Martinez is on the mound for the Cardinals. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, in his last start, he picked up his 9th win of the season. It's always nice to get into double digits, and nothing he'd like to do more than to pitch well in this one and pick up his 10th victory of the year.
Whit Merrifield next to hit. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Center fielder.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First of 3 here to start the week as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. Just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Merrifield behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Weather not much of an issue tonight. A mild 65 degrees here at game time. So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Whit Merrifield is retired to kick off the inning. Now at the plate, Paulo Orlando, as we take a look at the splits between April and May. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Martinez, a right-hander who stands an even 6 feet, is currently the leading vote getter among starting pitchers in the National League, and it's hard to argue against that when you check out his numbers.
Yeah, this comes as no surprise. This guy is one of the best players in the game, a superstar, and that's what the All-Star game is about. The fans getting to see the best players put on display.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. A fastball right over the outside corner. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, D-Row, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one, you better pull the trigger if something's...
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. No score. Jesse Hahn will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the keys to this guy is throwing strikes. He's not a big strikeout pitcher, only averages less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So he's more of a pitch-to-contact guy, and you'll know if he's on early. He needs to get quick outs early in counts.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they want it to. Lead-off single in the bottom of the first. After their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board, boys are flying around.
Here's Marcell Ozuna, and he'll be one to watch out for in this one. Very good numbers in recent games. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard toward the right side. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. Fowler rounds third and is digging for the plate. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as he just crosses the plate in time.
Man, this is a continuation of the great at-bats we saw in last night's game when they lit it up, seemingly scoring at will. Now that double brings in a run for an early lead here. They just keep on keeping on.
Stepping in now, Jose Martinez. And he puts it on the ground to second. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. So the base hit there plates their second run of the inning and brings us to our league leaderboard in terms of RBIs. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. So digging in now, number 34. And he'll put his 9-game hitting streak on the line in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, this recent trend is becoming a problem. They have to find someone that can go out on the mound and throw a donut up early to give this offense a chance to right itself. They can't continue to be playing from behind consistently right out of the gate.
Here's Matt Carpenter. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Orlando looks up. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. So a 3-run shot to left center. Home run number 42 on the season. As the lead for the Cardinals opens up now to 5-0.
I know he's a confident pitcher, but there's a difference between being confident and downright foolish. He just offered one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup a straight heater, and it cost him big time.
Here's Jed Jerko now, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Drilled down the line, and past Moustakas down the line. It's a fair ball. And the streak will continue as he creeps even higher up the all-time list.
Hey, now into the 30s, D-Row. Do you think he starts looking ahead, thinking about that magic number, maybe getting it to 40?
Yeah, I don't think you ever worry about Joe D's number, but when you start climbing into the 30s, man, there's not many guys that have been there. This is just a steady diet of staying in the zone for over a month.
From the stretch. To the left side, but it's well fouled. 0-1 the count to Molina. Hit the other way out toward right field. Bonifacio's under it. 1 away. Now to the plate, number 41. Comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. From the belt, the pitch. Lifted in the air out to right. Bonifacio has it in his tracks. 2 gone. Striding into the box, Carlos Martinez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Hahn sets. First pitch on the way. And this is bounced foul near the secret weapon, Jose Oquendo, in the third base coaching box. Now the 0-1. This one's flared off to the right side. Bonifacio is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. But not before 5 crossed the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. We'll head to the top of the second. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Royals nothing. So next to the plate for the Royals, Lucas Duda, and his guys have quite a hill to climb. Down 5-zip here in the early going.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
So many things run through a pitcher's mind in this situation when your offense gives you a big lead. You know you got to pot commit and get aggressive with that fastball. You got a smile on your face because you have the lead, but you want to continue to attack and try and stay in this game as long as possible.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count. 1 and 2, you're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
Now at the plate, Salvador Perez. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. ball and 2 strikes to the Royals catcher.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Dexter Fowler will be the one to lead it off when we come back. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Royals nothing. At the plate, Dexter Fowler. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down, because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Well, every pitcher gets to start the inning with a fresh slate, and he's out trying to put that last inning behind him. But he's got to be shaking his head right here. A leadoff double on the first pitch, and he's back in trouble again. Things just not going his way right now.
Into the box, Marcell Ozuna. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit hard back up the middle. On to first is Escobar, 1 away. Striding in, Jose Martinez, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. First pitch on its way. Hit down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. From the belt, kicks and deals. This is line to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Standing in, number 34. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. First delivery to him on the way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. Skied into straightaway right. Bonifacio's under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Escobar playing here in his age 31 season. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Popped him up. Carpenter in foul ground, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Standing in, Jesse Hahn. And then it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. KC down in order. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit.
Leading off for the Cardinals.
Here's the first pitch to him. Strike one to start the at-bat. The 0-1 delivery. Base hit into right center. So he continues to hit the ball well. His second hit of the ball game, and he's aboard on the leadoff single. As we take a look at the league leaders in hitting, and as you see there, he's sitting in second place in the National League in that department. In now, Jed Jerko. He reached on a single in his first try. Here comes the first pitch. Down the third baseline. To second for one. On to first, and they get the double play.
Number 4, catcher, Yadier.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Hans ready. First pitch on the way. Fly ball out to right field. Bonifacio's in pursuit, and that ends the inning. Down go the Redbirds on a mere 4 pitches, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Digging in now for Kansas City, Whit Merrifield back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count.
Number 8, Mike Moustakas.
Ready now, Mike Moustakas. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. 2 out, nobody on. Even 1-1 count to Moustakas.
Hey.
1-1 pitch is a circle change. It hits the target 1-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. They still find themselves down 6-0. Stepping up to the plate, number 41. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Right fielder.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Short, hit hard. Escobar fields it cleanly. And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame.
Now batting, the pitcher.
So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Carlos Martinez. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Grounder down the line at third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay throw, and he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Man, this guy's really starting to swing the stick again, D-Row. That extends his hitting streak to 9 games.
Yeah, he's leaking into 3 series right here now. 9 games, that's getting firm. He's seeing the ball well, and he's making the proper adjustments at the plate.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Dexter Fowler has just clubbed a milestone home run of sorts. It's the 100th of his career.
Well, obviously, it's not easy hitting home runs, Matt, especially at this level. 100 home runs is nothing to scoff at, so I'm sure he'll be proud of this accomplishment when he gets to really think about it after a game, and you know he'll want that ball to hold on to.
Now here comes Kansas City manager Ned Yost making that slow walk to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll make his way to the dugout here as he'll turn things over to the bullpen from here on out. Jason Hamill answers the call from the pen here in the fourth as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
The left fielder, number 23.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Scorched to third. And there's out number 2.
Now batting.
So his day is fully over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the Kansas City starter. Not the night he or his club were hoping for. Ready for another shot now, Jose Martinez. He singled and later scored back in the first, making him 1 for 2 so far. Hamill sets. Here's the first pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Orlando on his horse. And that retires the side. Another good inning. Digging in now, Lucas Duda. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
The windup and the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Ground ball right side, straight into the shift. There is Jerko, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he's off to a flying start. The NL's leader in that department here in the month of May. First pitch coming, here it is. There's a strike.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And it'll wind up hanging just long enough for him to run it. So stepping in, number 34. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
number 34.
First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Third baseman, number 13.
Here's Matt Carpenter. Career numbers against Jason Hamill. He's got 3 base hits in 27 at-bats. He's taken him deep once.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
And this will be taken in out there just a few steps in front of the track, and there are 2 away now.
Number 3, second baseman.
Here's Jed Jerko now.
Jerko.
That jumps off the page at me. He's found that power chord. Hit some huge homers for the Cards.
Hit on the ground to third. On to first, and can you believe it? A 3-pitch inning. And just like that, the side is retired. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Second baseman.
Now at the plate, Ramon Torres. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. KC down in order. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Brian Flynn gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
In now, number 41. Hard on the ground towards short. And no chance there for Escobar. It's a base hit. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Carlos Martinez. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Bonifacio's under it. And that's the second out of the inning. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem. Ready to take his hags again, Dexter Fowler, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Down go the Redbirds on a mere 4 pitches, as it remains an 8-0 ball game. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Left fielder.
And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. First pitch on its way. And that one just missed outside. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Hit back toward the mound. On to first, and it's a quick start to the seventh as now there are two away. Third baseman Mike Moustakas now. Here comes the first pitch. Missed with a slider. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Called strike in a dangerous location there, 1-2. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Royals go down 1-2. So striding forward now, Marcell Ozuna. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard, he's digging for second. And he will make it there as the Cardinals get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Merrifield ranging back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. Stepping in, number 34. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Drilled on the ground is short. There is Escobar. Now, but the throw pulls him off the bag as he can't get a foot back in time, and the run will score.
And those are plays that cost you ball games. You're already losing, and then you make an error like that to compound things. That's how things snowball on you, and you start to feel like you can't do anything right.
Into the box, Matt Carpenter. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And it's gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game as the blowout continues. So that was the third home run for these guys today.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Well, when you serve up pitches like that, Natty, you know these hitters are going to put some good swings on them. And that's what happens here as he blasts this thing. The last two hitters have really set the stage.
Man, I thought for sure we were going to see back-to-back jacks right there. Yeah, so now we'll see if the next guy can keep this train rolling. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
The batter, number 41.
Digging in, number 41. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to left. Orlando will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Here's Lucas Duda now. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Swung on and missed, 1-1.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
Fouled off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Molina is under it, 2 gone.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch of the AB is swung on and lifted in the air to straightaway center. And Fowler will put this one away to retire the side. KC down in order. They trail in this one 11-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Carlos Martinez. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at-bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, and he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. Line drive to left. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. Digging in once again, Marcell Ozuna will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Hit on the ground to third. Fielded by Moustakas. Throw on to first. A 3-pitch inning. And the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. But they lead it 11-0. St. Louis, Missouri, known as the gateway to the West and, of course, the home of the Cardinals. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Ozuna is under it. 1 down. Into the box now, Ramon Torres. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. This ball will be chopped foul. 1 out, nobody on. Popped him up. Martinez moving to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Billy Burns will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Swing and a liner. Foul. The average sits at 286 here to start play. Still without a home run and 8 runs batted in. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. KC down to their final strike in this one. Swing and a miss. He's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Well, you don't have to look too far to find our tops player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, no need to offer any debate this time. All you have to do is look at the box score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. We talked about his brilliance all game long, and you can bet he's going to celebrate this one tonight.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 11 runs on 14 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. For Kansas City, no runs on no hits. 1 error. They left no runners on base. Winning pitcher
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Looking first at the NL Central, Carlos Martinez etched his name in the record books, tossing a perfect game as St. Louis pushed past the Royals 11-0. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. The Milwaukee Brewers totaled 13 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 7-2. The Padres held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 2-1. They now have 5 straight wins. The New York Mets held their opponent to just 2 hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 4-0. Jared Eichhoff got the victory on the mound, throwing 8 strong innings and allowing only 1 earned run as the Phillies took care of the Braves 5-1. The Dodgers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 6-3. The Minnesota Twins had 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Tigers 6-5. Adam Jones drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs, leading the Orioles to the victory over the White Sox 12-4. Martin Perez earned the win, his 4th this season, helping the Rangers claim a win over the Yankees 2-1. The win was their 6th in a row. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cards are looking to make history here today. Can they break the all-time winning streak record? We'll see right after this. Number 39 will be towing the rubber for the Cardinals. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, it's not too hard to figure out why this guy's one of the top pitchers having a big year. Look at that ERA, sub 1.0 ERA on the season. He's been nearly untouchable up to this point. And we should have a fun time watching this guy do what he does on the mound today in this one.
And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
At the plate, Ramon Torres. He's just hoping for something to go his way in this one. And as you can see, it's not been the case of late. Here it comes. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Moustakas playing here in his age 29 season. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
This guy has been an absolute beast this year so far, leading the team in home runs as he approaches.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Royals go down 1-2-3, and now the Cardinals get their first shot at it here. No score. Danny Duffy, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, so far this year, this guy hasn't pitched very well on the road. He's actually struggled on the road, so it'll be interesting to see if he can turn that around here in this one.
Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So the inning's underway with the Cardinals getting their leadoff hitter on base.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they want it to. Leadoff single in the bottom of the first. After their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board, boys are flying around.
Into the box now, Tommy Pham. as he rips it on the ground to second. Escobar on to first, and they turn the double play. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, if you're pitching, you better look out for Yadier Molina. You know, he's driving in a lot of runs. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 350. That tells me he thrives in those moments. He enjoys it. We'll see if he gets an opportunity to perform with runners on base in this one.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. And this is still a 0-0 ball game.
For Kansas City.
Coming to the plate now, Lucas Duda. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one right down Main Street.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
Popped him up. Munoz has room in foul territory, and that's the first out of the inning.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And we're fortunate enough to watch one of the best outfielders in the game. The Gold Glover resides in left field. Can go back on balls as easily as go in on balls. Strong, accurate throwing arm. Look for him to make a play today.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. A bouncer to the left side. DeYoung fields it cleanly. Throw in time at first for out number 2. In is Jorge Soler. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. KC down in order. We'll go to the bottom. So here's the cleanup hitter, Paul DeYoung, set to lead off the home half of the second. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Merrifield looking up. Gone! It's a solo shot here for Paul DeYoung. One shy of the magic number now. 49 home runs thus far, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Under this one is Soler, and he'll handle it for the first out.
So here's how the Kansas City Royals are positioned defensively. And I'd like to focus on Salvador Perez, the man who dons the tools of ignorance behind the dish. He's a clubhouse leader. He's one of the best pitch framers in the game. He's like a soft blanket back there for this pitching staff.
Hit hard to short. And that's the second out.
Batting 7, catcher, Yadier Molina.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Escobar backhands it deep in the hole. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman. And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Catch made out there by Wong, and that's your first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see there, he sits in 4th place in that department in the National League. So coming to the plate, Alcides Escobar. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Next up for the Royals, the pitcher, Danny Duffy. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Fouled away. Now the pitch. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Just getting blown away so far. No reason to throw anything else to speed up his bat. Just stay right there.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. It remains 1-0. The next to bat for St. Louis, number 41. He's ready for his first AB here in this one.
Number 41.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. It's the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field, number 28 on the season, as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Digging in, Colton Wong. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First offering on its way. Line toward the alley in left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Absolutely jumped all over that fastball, and it might have been a home run if he had any elevation under it, but it was basically right at the outfielder.
Standing in now, Tommy Pham. Line toward the gap in left center. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well.
You know what, Matty? I don't see it ending anytime soon. And we got to take a look at the upcoming matchups, but this guy is absolutely locked in the plate, and I don't think anybody gets him to lose his toehold right now.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
With that hard double, you get a glimpse to see why this guy is a legitimate MVP candidate this season. Whenever he gets a chance to produce, he seems like he takes advantage of it. Great example there.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So it's with Merrifield next to hit. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Stepping into the box, Ramon Torres. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Dribbled to the right side. Throw too late to get him at first. Not a thing of beauty, but it's an infield single nonetheless. And hold on a minute now. It looks like we may see that last call challenged here. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's another shot of it right here. Not easy to tell for sure from that shot. Going to be interesting to see what they want to do with this one.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play. Third baseman Mike Moustakas now. Pulled toward right center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Royals go down on just 4 pitches. Digging in to try it again. Number 34, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Duffy sets. First pitch on its way. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
The 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. And a sliding attempt at second, but he can't corral it, and that ought to be a base hit. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Ozuna.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit down the third base line. But a foul ball here. 0-1. Now the 0-1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. The 1-1. Oh, and this one's driven the other way and deep to the corner. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Rounded down the third baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Bouncer up the middle. Step on the bag for one. On to first, and it's a double play. The second they've hit into in these first 4 innings. And there are 2 away now. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. He's set. Here it comes. Hit in the air down the right field line. Soler on the move. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. He'll get it into second, but he'll be in there with a double.
Take a look at this right here. He didn't get jumpy and try and pull it down the left field line. Stayed in there, fought hard, and grinded out a nice knock the other way.
In now, number 41. Lined hard to the left side. But this will be a foul ball. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is going to get fouled. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's a swinging bunt up the line. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Cards leave 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Into the corner and slicing foul. And Duda behind 0-2 now. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. So 1 away now, and here comes the catcher, Salvador Perez. Grounder down the line at third. This is foul for the first strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Popped him up. Molina might try to make a play on it, and this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. So striding in, Jorge Soler, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Skied down the left field line. Ozuna on the run. And that retires the side. KC down in. Now batting, number 39 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Number 39.
Here it comes. Oh, and now look at this. The pitcher gives one a ride to deep left. Out of here into the Fiddler's bullpen. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
This is pulled into right. Soler is there, and he has it for the out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Stepping in now, Tommy Pham. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Here comes the 0-1. Hard liner to center field. Merrifield is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Jose Martinez, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He's set, and the pitch. Hit hard up the middle, and no chance there for Escobar. It's a base hit. So make it 2 hits for him now on the night as this one finds its way into center. And as we take a look there at the Cards' team leaders in that category, he's currently 2nd best on the St. Louis roster. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Loud contact there, but it's well fouled.
He might not want to throw that one again. I know his timing was a little bit off at the dish, but he kept his hands back. Just missed that one. Fouled that one off really hard.
Driven nicely into the gap. Martinez rounds the corner and is headed home. He will score as they push the lead to 5 now.
And that just pains a pitcher. They're already given up a run in the inning, and he has 2 outs, almost out of trouble, but then serves up a mistake. The runner busted around the bases to score from first, and the hitter is in scoring position on second.
From the stretch. Hot shot down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. way out in front.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make or break moment in this game. When you're playing a first place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
Line drive, base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Hey, give the hitter credit right there. He was ready for that heater 0-2. But, Dan, I question the pitch selection.
You know, sometimes as a pitcher, you don't want to give a good hitter the same pitch back to back to back.
Oh, look at the sliding stop. Touché, sir. Another good inning for the Cardinals as the usual see. Digging in for his second at-bat, Paulo Orlando. He flew out in his last at-bat.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Line towards center field. And the Royals are in the hit column.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Fastball, middle cut, places it right back where it came from. You can't allow this offense to get going right here. Leadoff man on doesn't kill us. Let's try and roll a double play right here. Let's execute a good pitch down and away. See if we can get a ground ball and rely on your defense a little bit.
The 0-2 once more. Missed with a breaking ball.
Jeez, finally. That's the first ball they've taken all night. Do it again, I dare you.
Number 41 is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Jorge Bonifacio will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. In there, 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
The guy on the mound must have a different scouting report than we have right here. This looks like a beautiful situation for a double play right here, but he continues to pound up in the zone.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Jorge Bonifacio goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Orlando, the runner at first with 2 gone. Popped him up. Martinez in foul ground. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Jason Hamill enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Ready once again, Yadier Molina will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Oh, and he gets the inning started with a bang as this is hit high and deep to left field. And this one is gone, a home run. Into the box, number 41. Back up the middle. Escobar dives. What a stop. And the first out of the inning is a beautiful one. What a play. Stepping in, number 39. Getting the hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a line drive that's going to carry over the head of Escobar into left center. Base hit.
He came to play today, not just only on the bump right there. He's thrown the ball well, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's able to contribute and help this offense put itself in position to score some more runs.
Here's Colton Wong now. He swings and sends a bullet to right field, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out. Riding in once again, Tommy Pham hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? Gone right into the visitors' bullpen. Two runs on the board after the home run by Tommy Pham. 38th home run of the season for him as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Jose Martinez. Line to the right side. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
The shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. Back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get it tripping.
Yeah, you said it, D-Ro. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed so he can find a gap or find one down the line.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 7th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 8 and the Royals nothing. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Digging in the switch hitter, Ramon Torres. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. And it's fouled away. The 0-2 once more. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land out there just foul. Another 0-2 coming. Another one sent foul.
Hey, I'm loving this right now. Classic battle. 5 foul balls in a row. I'd love to see this next one put in play for sake of pace of play, but I love the fact that he's battling.
And there's the first out.
The third baseman, number 8, Mike Moustakas.
1 man gone now for KC in the 7th. And standing in, the left-handed hitting third baseman, Mike Moustakas. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And he fouls this one off.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
And Moustakas is aboard. It's a base hit.
I know the score's out of hand right here, but I've never met a big league ball player that's going to give away an at-bat in any game ever. Nice piece of hitting right there, staying within yourself and grabbing you a knock.
On to first, it's a double. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Line drive, right field, base hit. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder up, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Ro, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Number 41. He was a ground out victim last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Here's the 0-1. Line to the right side, but foul. The 0-2 delivery. Squared that one up just a little late.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Merrifield is there, 2 gone. Digging in and looking for more, number 39. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Ready with the 0-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. One left for the Cardinals as the lead holds at 8-0. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Hey, it's really hard to pitch a gem, and what helps? This guy's first pitch strike percentage, how about 100%? Can't get any better than that.
Stepping up now, Jorge Soler. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Check swing and a pop-up out toward the mound. Number 39 will do this himself, and that's the first out.
Up next for the Royals.
And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
The 0-2 home, left side. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Fouled off. 0 for 2 for him to this point. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Perez at second. Orlando at first. One gone. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. DeYoung takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out. Billy Burns will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 14, Billy Burns.
Popped him up. Munoz on the move. He can't get there as it falls in, and the throw skips right past him at third. And the run is in to score from second.
Dan, this offense has been struggling to push a run across all game. Here they get a nice 2-out RBI in the 8th inning to drive in the first run.
You know, listen, it's taken them a while to get on the board, and, you know, they're still behind in this one, but it's better than getting shut out.
Hit down the third baseline. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Molina is there, and the inning is over. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. It's the Cardinals 8 and the Royals 1. Kevin McCarthy enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Kevin McCarthy.
Here's the second baseman, Colton.
Leading off for St. Louis, second baseman, Colton Wong.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a hard hit ball down the line in right. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And he will make it there as the Cardinals get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning, and he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
As a look, now the pitch. To short, hit hard. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Paul Beyond.
First pitch on its way. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Merrifield retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. Nice shot of downtown St. Louis as we're set for the 9th inning here from Busch Stadium. Bud Norris comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Bud Norris.
Digging in, Ramon Torres starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Cardinals are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter, and he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening. Third baseman Mike Moustakas now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
This is a perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch, too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, this is the game within the game right here. The hitter has to decide if he's going to change his game plan. Is he going to stay staunch and wait for him to miss over the heart of the plate or inside, or is he going to adjust his sights and try and drive the ball the other way?
This is foul right side. Now the 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Wong ranging into the outfield, and he tracks it down. And this ball game is over.
Man, they've already put the all-time winning streak record in their rearview mirrors. But with every wave, it gets further and further away. We could say this now. This is one of the greatest teams in the history of baseball.
8-1 is the final tonight. The St. Louis Cardinals blasted 5 home runs en route to victory. Number 39 earned his 9th win of the year as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 8 runs on 18 hits. No errors. Left 8 men on base.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. In the National League Central, the Cards tallied 5 home runs overall as they dethroned the Royals 8-1. The victory extended their incredible run of consecutive games with a win. The Cubs put together 10 total hits as they bested the visiting Indians 6-4. The Reds picked up 14 hits in total as they sank the visiting Buccos 7-2. The Arizona Diamondbacks combined for 4 total home runs as they stomped the Brewers 14-5. The Padres had 12 hits as a team as they took down the Nationals in Washington 5-1. The win was their 6th in a row. The Mets combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 4. The Los Angeles Dodgers totaled 11 hits as they toppled the Rockies 10-4. The Angels grabbed 13 hits in the game as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 11-2. The win was their 5th straight as a team. David Price got the victory on the mound, throwing 8 strong innings and allowing only 1 earned run, helping lead the Red Sox to a win over the Rays 3-1. He is among the AL leaders in wins. The White Sox went deep 4 times as they took down the visiting Orioles 11-3. The Minnesota Twins held their opponent to just 2 hits as they defeated the visiting Tigers 3-0. Mike Leake got the win, throwing 8 innings, allowing 1 earned run as the Mariners downed the A's 4-1. Masahiro Tanaka got the W and now has 5 this year as the Yankees disposed of the Rangers 4-3. His ERA is currently in the top 5 in the American League. The Astros smacked 15 team hits as they defeated the visiting Giants 10-5. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.